Hello and welcome to Action Girl Artistry. And in this video, I'm going to do a tutorial on anime. Now, just be upfront, I am not an expert with anime, but I'm going to do my best to draw these characters and give some of you an idea of how to approach a drawing. Okay, so right here you see I have two anime characters here. Don't ask me who they are, I don't know. But I have a male and I have a female right here. And I just want to talk a little bit about anime, the little that I know. Most of the features on the anime character are very exaggerated. Some of them are. And I also learned that they are not all created equal. There are different features depending on the series, depending on the artist. All anime characters are not the same, and that was new to me because just looking at them they all do look the same, but they are not. As you can see with these two characters, there are differences between the male and the female characters. Female's chin is a little sharper than the male's chin. Male's chin is a little squared off. That's one of the features, that the differences that they have. So what I'm going to do is just talk you through it, and you're going to watch me draw, and this is how I approach my drawing. Okay, so I'm going to start with the male first. Now the first thing that I do is I look at the face, look at the shape of the face, and identify the shapes that are there. So as I look at this character here, I'm looking at the top part of his head, and it looks more like a circle to me. And if I look at the midsection where the eyes are, that's a rectangle. And if I look at the bottom part where his chin is, it looks more like a triangle. So I'm going to turn my camera over this way, still keeping his face in the frame. So I'm going to start off with a circle up here. And my circle might not be perfect, but I'll change it as I go along. Okay, so I have my circle right here. All right. So the next thing I said is the midsection of his face, I see a square, and I'm going to put it right in here. Not a square, I'm sorry, a rectangle. I'm going to put that rectangle right here. Okay, hopefully my lines are straight. And then at the bottom, where his chin is sort of like a triangle, upside down triangle, but then we have this straight line here. So I'm going to put my straight line right there, and then I'm gonna just join that line down to this straight line here. Let me look and see, I'm a little off, so I'm gonna erase this a bit. It's not very it's not easy drawing with a dry eraser, but I'm going to do my best. His chin is a little sharper than that, so let me change that up a bit. So let's see, right here, and then that's going to come there, and that's going to go there. There we go. So I have the basic shape of his face. All right, so we can start there. But before I finish working on his face, let's go to the eyes, because when I look at the eyes between the two, they're just different, completely different. Her eyes is a bit wider than his eyes, and hers is more round too. So let's look at this. Let's see where I can start. I'm gonna start right at the top of the eyelid, and I'm just gonna draw it right here on the side. It looks like a line that goes up. Okay, forgive me, I'm gonna erase that because I don't like the way that looks. It goes up a little bit, and then it comes down on a curve like that. And then the bottom of the eyelid, it doesn't join the tear duct, I'm sorry, it does not join with the lid, so I'm going to just kind of map it out So around and up like that. And it looks like that's coming down a little sharper. So down like that, not that far. Not that far. What am I doing? Right here. Right about there, like that. Okay, now let's look at the eyebrow. Now the eyebrow is interesting because it does have a sharp point here pointing towards the tear duct, but then when you look at the end part of the eyebrow, it's sort of like wings or something. So let me demonstrate that. So we got the eye there, and then there's something sticking out right here. Make that look clear. Something that comes out right there. Okay, so it's a line coming this way, up that way. Then there's something that's coming that way. There. I know that looks strange. It really does. But it's going to come together. Let me just join that together there. Now I'm going to put in the iris and the pupil. So there's some distance between the bottom eyelid and the eye. So I'm going to just pinpoint it. The eye is stopping right there, and right here and right here. So I'm going to come around, make that circle, trace where I put the dots. Sometimes it's easier for me to kind of get the proportions correctly if I use dots, so that's why I do that. All right, so I have that part of the eye in, and I could vaguely see, I think I made that too large. So let me get that out of there. I could vaguely see the pupil, but it's there. There we go. And there we go. So that's basically the eye. The eye. Now it's going to look completely different once I put it on the face, but that's the gist of it. Okay. Now, if we look at the nose on an anime character, there's really not much to the nose. Just simple lines, simple curved lines. She just has one little curved line down here on her nose, so it's really not much to do there. Not too many details with that. And also with the lips. I see the difference between his lip and her lip, and it could be different because of the expressions. Maybe he was angry during the scene that this character had to do, and maybe she's just in a very nice mood and just feeling good, and she just has a little cute smile there. So, but there is differences. There are different ways of drawing it. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start putting these features. I'm going to start with him first, as I said. I'm going to put these features onto this section right here. Okay, and then I'm going to cross my fingers and hope that I have it looking close to him, you know, maybe not exactly like this character, but close. So I'm going to, as I draw, I am going to modify, so everything's not going to look like this. So I'm going to change it around, but I did this just to show you this is a good way to start until you figure out how you want to start your drawing. So let's put those eyes in there. Okay, so I'm going to map it out again. I'm going to use my marker to pinpoint where the eyes, well, it looks like the eyes are kind of close together. So let's say between those two dots there. See that? Okay. So now I'm going to, or maybe it's a little further. Let's do this. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing I did here. I'm going to start right up here. Right up here. Come over. Go down. Okay, and then I'm going to start here. And it's right there. Same thing over here. Go up that way. And we're going to take that over there. Okay, one looks a little longer than the other. We'll fix that. All right. Okay. So now I'm going to put the eyebrow in there. There's a point from here, here, and then it goes up, and then it comes back, and then there's another one that goes this way, go back. Okay, same thing on this side. Well, the hair is in the way. Not that way, back, that way. All right, and I'll change it as I go along. And the eye here, come around this way, up, around that way, go up. Okay, now I'm gonna put I kind of want to make this a little larger. Maybe come right here, up there, and then let's put the iris in there, and then right there. Let's take a look at that. Okay. And then I'm gonna wait on putting all the details and things like that in there. All right, so let's start with the nose. So I think right now I can take this part out. And let me just map it out. I think his nose is maybe right there. And then his mouth is here. I might have to change the chin a little bit. Okay. So let's make the nose. And it's going that way. Take that off. And the other one is going that way. All right. Now, let's draw the mouth. His mouth is kind of like there, and then at the bottom, it's like that. Let me see. Let me look back. Nope, I'm crooked. Erase that. Like that. Change that a bit. Okay. All right. Now what I'm going to do is, too bad I don't have a fine point. I just have a wide point. Let's see how this turns out. All right. So now I'm going to put the ear. His ear is in there, so it looks like his ear stops right here by the nose, stop right there by the nose, and it's like up here. Eyebrow, eyebrow, and I'm just gonna block it in, and then I'm going to add details in later. I know that looks weird, but let's see how it turns out. Okay, let me look at it from the camera length. Okay, cool. All right. I'm not really liking how this one is looking here. I'm gonna take that off and round it off a little higher. I'm gonna take this line out. I'm gonna take this line off. This line off. And then I'm gonna shape his face a little better. So I'm gonna soften it up a little bit right here. Soften that up a bit right there. And I'm gonna soften it up here. And I'm gonna soften it up there. And then I'm gonna change his chin. And just bring it in here. And bring it there. But it's like he has a straight line on his chin. Okay, so I did a little modifying because I saw that the chin was a little bit off. It's different as I'm looking at the board from my view, and then when I look at the camera seems so off. So I just went ahead and made some changes. So now let me go and draw in the ear. That way, the ear is has lots of different angles on it as well. But the ear is going to change because hair is covering certain parts of the ear. So I'm not going to really worry about details on his ear. I hope that looks okay from there. It does look a little crooked on camera. So I'm going to go ahead and put his neck in there, draw the lines for the neck. Okay, let me look at that. Okay. And so now I'm going to just start drawing in his hair before I do anything else. And let's put this around him too. He has this jacket. Goes around him like that. Okay, it has little details going around it. All right, so let's draw the hair in. And he has a lot of hair coming into his face there. I'm not going to draw it exactly. I'm going to try to get it as close as I can to what I see. And it is covering that earlobe a little bit. And that's not happening there. Let's come over here. I can't see how the other parts of the hair look, so I'm just going to guess on it. I'm going to take this line out of there. Okay, I'm going to color in the eyebrow. And that other eye. And it looks like he has hair coming here too. And fix that ear. And he has hair coming here. And a little bit coming down on the side there. Take that out of there. And then they have these little lines here coming from his face. And let me see what that looks like here. Okay. Then there's a shadow on his. It's hard to show the shadow because I'm using a dry marker, a dry eraser marker. And let me fix those ears up a bit too. Let's see. So they're like it's straight here, and then it comes around and meets up there. Something. And that part's there. You got that there. Oops. Take that away. Trying to get this ear. there. And then it's dark here. Here. Well, that's an unrecognizable ear. Let me see if I can take mine. There's something up here that could erase that. Let's see. Yeah, let's see if I can highlight the details with this. Oops. There we go. Okay. There we go. Somewhat of an ear. And let's do this part here. Now try to line that up so it's here. Comes out this way. Straight line. Then it goes around and out. Just a strange ear. Okay. Then some of the hair is covering it, so let's put some hair there and just try to get to the dark areas. This ear is different from the other ear. This one is larger, that's smaller, larger, so I guess it didn't matter to them if everything was symmetrical or not, so I'm not going to worry about it either. All right, and that's coming out too far. And let me see if I can clean it up with this here. And I just need to stand up a little bit. Okay. Okay. Fix this a little bit too. All right. And I am this is bothering me because when I look at it in the camera, it's lopsided. So let's come down a little bit. Is that better? Nope, it's the same. I need to come down here. Right? Yep. Then they have these little scuff lines on it. Maybe I put some on there. I don't know. I don't like it. I'm gonna leave it off. Okay, so this is the complete drawing. I hope this helps. And practice, practice, practice. That's how we all get better. All right, thanks for watching Action Girl Artistry. Bye-bye.